Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So for those of you that don't know, I'm actually one of those crazy psychopaths that actually likes Fear the Walking Dead. In fact, I kind of enjoyed every season. And yeah, I said that right, every season, including season 2. Now, I don't know, season 2 was definitely kind of like guilty pleasure territory. I almost felt like it was so bad it was good. Season 1 and Season 3 were straight up good. Season 4 was pretty good. I liked the new characters, I liked the new dynamics, the new format, and honestly, the thing I didn't like about Season 4 was just the Marfa villain. And even then, I'm just like, you know, I'll take a weak villain. I didn't want anyone else to get killed off, so it's like that was the solution, was to just have like a weak villain that wasn't going to kill anyone. So it's I can accept that, you know. I would have rather have Martha than some villain that would have like killed Morgan or something. And that's another thing. I'm a really big Morgan Jones fan. I've been a fan of him for years and years and years. And I'm glad that he's the main character. I mean, I'm a fan of the character and the actor, so obviously I'm going to want to follow the continuation of Morgan's story. And there's a bunch of other characters I like. I love Alicia, I love Strand, I love Daniel Salazar, he's coming back. I love Dwight, I love John Dory. I really like Althea. Who else? That's most of them, but that's a bunch of characters. That's like 6 or 7 characters that I'm invested in, and we get to see them continue in season 5. So I'm honestly really excited for season 5. Now, there is one character that was pretty much killed off in season 3 that I really loved. In fact, I would say other than Morgan, he's my favorite character in Fear the Walking Dead. And it's Troy Otto. Troy Otto was killed in Season 3, Episode 15. His head was bashed in with a hammer from Madison. And he was kind of a fan favorite. He kind of had a big fan base. He was, you know, a villain, an antagonist, a psychopath. But the Governor and Negan were villains, and they're popular characters, and they both lasted more than a season. A lot of people, myself included, were very disappointed in Troy Otto's death. And I even made several videos about the possibility of them fixing it, them you know, miraculously resurrecting his character, having it be revealed that he survived. Yes, he was hit in the head with a hammer twice. Yes, there was a hole out of his skull. Yes, he was engulfed with water. But I mean, it's a TV show. If you hate the show so much, if there's a lot of people that just hate Fear the Walking Dead, so what does it matter if they bring back a fan favorite character? What do you care? You know, if you hate Fear the Walking Dead, why do you care if Troy Otto comes back or not? You know, let the Troy Otto fans have their fun, I'd say. But it was announced in December, at least I thought it was announced. It was announced in December of last year that Troy Otto and Daniel Salazar were going to be returning in Season 5 of Fear. Now, I was really happy about this. A lot of people were really happy about this. I love Daniel Salazar. He's probably my 3rd or 4th favorite character, but I love Troy. He's my favorite other than Morgan. I really wanted Troy Otto to come back, and basically it was seemingly confirmed that they were both returning. Now, it was not confirmed that Troy Otto was going to return as in he's still alive. It could just be a flashback. It could be he was interviewed somehow by Althea and we see him in one of the tapes. It could be a hallucination. It could be a Daniel Salazar flashback. Like I said, a flashback. It could be Daniel Salazar seeing Troy Otto's dead corpse. And that's confirmation that the man that's responsible for his daughter's death is dead and gone, and Daniel gets that peace and he can move on. It could be something as simple as that, but I was hoping, and a lot of people were hoping, that Troy Otto was alive, and that he would have survived the events of Season 3, you know, as unlikely and maybe even impossible in real life as that would be. Maybe it could work in a TV show. But a few months ago, and I just now found this article, but a few months ago, a boss, it says Fear the Walking Dead boss Ian Goldberg. Now, I don't know much about Ian Goldberg, but it says he's a boss. I don't know if he's like one of the top people or he's one of the middle people, but it says Fear the Walking Dead boss Ian Goldberg has vetoed a rumor that one of the show's deceased characters is set for a shocking return. So this Ian Goldberg guy, he says that Troy isn't coming back. Now, this article is from February 4th, 2019, so it's over 3 months old. And I really had to do some digging to find it, because I haven't. I mean, I'm keeping tabs on Fear the Walking Dead. You know, I want to see. I want the if Troy Otto is, you know, confirmed this, confirmed that. I want to be the first one to know about it. But I had to just dig this article out because it was just from 3 months ago. But apparently, this Ian Goldberg guy says that Troy is dead and that he's not coming back. Now, I'm scrolling down this article. Yeah. Discussing the upcoming 5th season with Digital Spy and other media at WonderCon, Goldberg categorically denied that Troy was set to return, with Victor Strand actor Coleman Domingo joking that it's a nasty rumor. So Coleman Domingo's quote is that it's a nasty rumor. So that kind of sucks that Strand's actor is denying that Troy's coming back, and he's seemingly against it. Now, then again, Coleman Domingo could just be doing his job. I mean, he might not be allowed to say that Troy's coming back alive. You know, he could just be making it seem like Troy's dead. He's helping making it seem like Troy's dead. You know, because he's looking out for his own neck. I mean, he is Strand. That's a very Strand thing to do. But further on this article, it says, okay, so Goldberg says, yes, that's just a rumor, Goldberg added. We thought he was awesome on the show, but he's not returning. So, according to Coleman Domingo and Ian Goldberg, Troy Otto is dead, Troy Otto is not returning, it's just a rumor, and Troy's dead. Now, I don't think this is necessarily 100% confirmation that Troy Otto is going to be not returning. I think there's still a chance that he could be returning. I think there's still a chance that he could be alive. But this isn't good. I mean, it's definitely not good. This definitely hurts it, because I hadn't seen anything from anyone saying that he wasn't going to be returning. All I saw was the announcement that he was returning. I hadn't seen any actors, any of the writers, producers saying that he wasn't or that he was. So I was hoping that it really was going to happen. But it's looking like maybe it won't. Maybe Troy Otto is truly dead. Maybe Troy's actor, Daniel Sharman, won't be returning at all. And if that's the case, I am disappointed. Not because Troy is not returning or because Troy's dead, but just because it seemed like it was announced that he was returning. It just seemed like it was teased. Like I've said it before, don't tease us that he's going to return if he's not going to return. Don't get our hopes up. You know, that's what upsets me. I felt like our hopes were gotten up. Like I feel like the Troy Otto fans got taken advantage of in some way. They were given false hope. Which, you know, it's one thing to accept a character's dead and move on, but it's another thing to have it be announced that he is coming back and to have your hopes be up and then be told, oh no, he's not coming back. That's just kind of dumb and stupid, and I wish that the writers and actors and everyone had squashed the rumor sooner, like right when it was announced that Daniel Sharman was going to return. I wish they had squashed the rumor right then and there. I wish they didn't let it fester. I wish they didn't let us all Troy Otto fans have a chance to be all hopeful and optimistic about it, and then tell us, oh no, he's dead, he's not coming back. I mean, that just kind of seems like a bitch thing to do. Let us be hopeful for a couple of months and then say he's not coming back, because it was announced that Daniel Salazar and Troy Otto would be seemingly coming back, in December of last year. That's when the announcement was first made. So it's like Ian Goldberg says this in February. So it's like, how long did they just allow us to be hopeful before telling us he's not coming back? That seems like a bitch thing to do. But moving on from that, like I said, I don't necessarily think it's 100% confirmation that Troy Otto is going to be permanent. He's dead. He died in season 3. He's not coming back. I don't think this 100% confirms that. It's not good news. It doesn't look particularly good for him right now. But I still think that there is some hope that Troy Otto will be returning in season 5 and that he will be alive. Now, at this point, I doubt it's going to be in the first half of the season. It could be in the second half of the season. I mean, we saw the trailer. We have the trailer for season 5 where it shows them meeting kids. It shows Daniel Salazar. It shows Dwight. I'm guessing the trailer only has footage from the first half of the season, the first 8 episodes. So, what that means is that's just footage from the first half of the season. And if they are bringing Troy Otto back, if they are, hypothetically, if they are, then he's the third character that they're dramatically bringing back. Daniel Salazar, Dwight, and Troy Otto. This is why I'm saying that they might save Troy Otto as what's it called? Like the last trick. You know, they're not having all their eggs in one basket. You know, Troy Otto is the last card that they're playing, and they're saving that card for the back half of the season, the back 8 episodes. After all, these seasons tend to be like 2 different storylines with each 8 episodes. There's usually a distinct difference between the 2 halves. Fear the Walking Dead season 4, the back half was very tonally different from the first half. There was no longer Madison, there was no longer Nick. There was a new villain, a new threat, a new dynamic. You could almost consider Fear the Walking Dead season 4 to be 2 seasons divided by those 8 episodes, because that's how different the 2 halves were. Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 could be the same thing. We could have the first half introduce Daniel and Dwight back into the mix, and in the back half, we get Troy Otto back. Maybe even the ending of the finale of Season 5 is when we get Troy Otto back. There could be some sort of cliffhanger at the end of Season 5. Season 4 really ended in a way that really tied up everything. It tied all the knots. You could have almost ended the show there, and I mean, that would suck, but it could almost be seen as a complete ending, because Morgan's happy again. The characters that are still alive have a purpose. They're going to use the radios and find new people, and that's what their lives are going to be about. You could have almost ended the show there. There was that promise of a continuation, but it wasn't the biggest cliffhanger in the world, like, for example, at the end of Season 6, where Negan points his bat at the camera. That's a fucking painful cliffhanger. You want to know what happens immediately. Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, the ending mostly just had a lot of resolution. So, maybe Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, the ending, the finale, they'll want to mix it up a little bit. They'll want this time the ending of the season will be more of a cliffhanger, more of a, oh shit, type of ending. That could be where Troy Otto comes in. They could literally save Troy Otto's return for the last 2-3 minutes of the season. And I highly doubt we'll get him in the first half of the season. If we're getting Troy Otto in Season 5, it's probably going to be the back half. I just have a feeling we're definitely not going to get him in the first half. And that can make sense flow-wise, because they got to take the time to introduce all these other aspects. We know from the trailer that these surviving characters, Morgan's group, They meet some kids, they befriend the kids, their community gets bigger. Daniel and Strand reunite, and Morgan and Dwight reunite. So there's plenty of story that could just be in that first half, that first 8 episodes. And in the back half, that could be where they put Troy Otto in it. It might be wise, if you're going to bring back Troy, Dwight, and Daniel Salazar, it might be wise not to shove them all in the same 8 episodes. So that's what I'm saying. We could get Dwight and Daniel in the first half, Troy in the second half. That could totally work. And if they are going to bring back Troy Otto, they might not want us to know about it. They might want us to think he's dead, so that it is truly a surprise. It is a shock. I mean, after all, when it was announced that Troy and Daniel were returning, I guess, like maybe that was incorrect information. But when it was announced, it was never said that Troy Otto was going to be alive. So technically, if Troy Otto's alive, there's never been a moment where they told us that. Because, and that could be because they don't want us to know. They want us to be surprised when Troy Otto pops out of the shadows alive and well. I could see how that's the type of thing where you don't want to tell the audience before the episode airs. You want them to be shocked by the episode, having Troy Otto back. So that could be why Coleman, Domingo, and Ian Goldberg are saying, no, he's dead. He's not coming back. They want us to be surprised when he does come back. And that could be wrong too. He could just very well be completely dead. And I've already expressed my opinion about how that's really just kind of a disappointment and just like a tease, giving us false hope and waiting so long to tell us it's not happening. It's just, I don't know, that's just a tease, and I don't like that. Another factor to consider, another thing to consider that might be a good sign for Troy Otto coming back alive is that, like I said, in December of last year, Daniel and Troy were announced as returning characters back to back. I remember it was the same day, like the same exact period of time Daniel and Troy were announced back to back. They're returning back to back. That announcement was made. It wasn't like Daniel Salazar was confirmed to be returning, and then a few hours later Troy Otto was confirmed to be returning. It was back to back. So why was it announced back to back if it was only half true? When it was announced that Daniel Salazar was returning, that was it. That was it. So are you telling me that they were wrong about Daniel too? Are you telling me they were half right? That just doesn't make sense. I feel like if they were right about Daniel, they would be right about Troy too. Like I said, they were both announced at the same time. And when Daniel was announced, that was it. You know, we see him in the trailer. Ruben Blades talks about it. The writers talk about it. But when it came to Troy, no one said anything. And then apparently a couple people in this article, they're saying he doesn't come back. So why were they announced back to back? Was it just 50% correct information, 50% wrong information? Or was it 100% correct information, and now they're just saying, oh no, Troy's dead, Troy's not coming back? Because when he does, they want us to be surprised. When he's alive, they want us to have our guard down and not be expecting it. After all, no one ever said Troy Otto was alive. That could be this big, shocking thing that happens in the back half of Season 5 in Fear the Walking Dead. So Troy Otto fans, I don't want to give you 100% hope. It's a fact. He's coming back. He's alive. There is a good, sizable chance, unfortunately, that Troy Otto is truly dead, that Daniel Sharman will not be returning at all. And even if he doesn't come back in Season 5, if we make enough noise, who knows? Maybe he'll come back in Season 6. There was a character on 24, the show 24, his name was Tony. He was killed off. He was a fan favorite on that show. A lot of people were unhappy that he was dead, and a bunch of people talked about him wanting him to come back because he was killed off in Season 5, and then in Season 6, a lot of people wanted him to come back. And there was rumors, and the writers were kind of playing around with it. They didn't really tell us one way or the other. And every episode of Season 6, a bunch of fans, myself included, kept waiting for Tony to come back, and it never happened. And then in the Season 7 trailer, he's alive, and he's the main villain, and he's still alive to this day. So if we don't get Troy Otto back in Season 5, maybe we just need to make a little bit more noise, and they'll do it in Season 6. So even if, worst case scenario, we don't get him in Season 5, that's not completely hopeless. That's not completely the end of the world. We could get him back in Season 6. But we could get him back in Season 5. There is still hope. There is still a chance. Like I said, I highly doubt that if Troy Otto was returning alive, they would just tell us. Why ruin the surprise? Why ruin the ratings grab? Why ruin it? They would want us to be shocked by the live airing of the episode, the live return of Troy Otto alive and well. That could be the entire plan, because like I said, it just seems kind of awkward that Daniel and Troy were announced back to back, and that's supposedly 50% incorrect information, 50% correct information. It might be 100% correct information, and they just don't want us to know. So there's still hope for Troy Otto, guys. There's still hope. Don't give up. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 532 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts. Every bit of support matters and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!